Good morning, everybody, and this is your Dow Jones day trade setup for today. So yesterday it kind of looks like we've got this potential triple top forming. I don't think it's going to be a triple top. I think we're probably just going to pull back onto structure. We're going to look for structure and then move to the upside. Did have a couple of results come through yesterday which were fairly good. Okay, we do have a bit of a grouping and crossover at the moment on the 8 hour. But the trend is up. You can see that's very clear. Trend is to the upside. So this is a buy the dip market, and I'm going to just put this Brooks gap here. So I think that is kind of 3100 round number. That's what we should be looking at for opportunity to buy into. So if you look at the 3 hours, you see there is a fractal here. There's quite a bit of interaction at this area. There are gaps to the downside, which is a pretty strong magnet. Look at my oscillators at the moment. They are starting to move into a pretty decent setup. And the setup that they are moving into is definitely one of my favorites, and that's when they cross over far apart. The further apart they cross over, the more violent the move is. You can see crossover here, and we had a fairly strong move to the upside. But let's see if there's something kind of like what I'm looking at. Doesn't look like it. No, I'm gonna look forever. Doesn't happen that often, but basically when this first stochastic crosses a high up and this one crosses low down, then that is kind of what signals a fairly strong move to the upside. Next thing to do is really just get the trend line in. So we have the trend line. This is where we are. And where are we looking to buy off? And we're looking to buy somewhere in this area. It's kind of looking like right where we are now, to be honest with you. So, okay, we do have some gaps to the downside, and we've got another gap here. So, yeah, I think wait and see. Wait for some structure. So you can see how messy it is, and then it looks like we've had an exhaustion bar down, then we start buying off this level. But we're buying kind of in the middle of nowhere. So we didn't quite buy off that level. So for me, this is the structure I'm looking for. Is 31,017, probably 3100. Look at the oscillators at the moment, coming up to a nice grouping here, and very big diversions. Look there, that's higher than. So we're high. Just use the grey dotted line here as a reference point. So you can see that's high above that, that's low below it. So that is moving down. Look at price is low, and then this is looking like a higher low at the moment. So this, to me, is a fairly decent opportunity. I'm going to be watching this area very closely. So maybe there's something on the 15 minutes. Nope. There's a gap. You can see that gap, clear as daylight. So yeah, I think we'll wait for the European Open, but I suspect we're either going to be bouncing in this area that we are now, which is around 3180, but I think 3100 is a round number. That's the level that's going to be defended. If you look to the left, let's just get back to how we are. Look to the left, 3100 area has been defended for quite some time. Okay, we're going back to the 8th of January here, where we've been bouncing up and below and around it. So we haven't really had a fairly decent retest of it. So you can see we had some here, but then we broke below it, we bounced off it, then we broke above it. We still have not had that retest. This to me is the area to pay attention to. So the exact level is 31,017. Don't be too surprised to see it drop down to 300 or even drop down 30,000. It could do whatever it wants to do around that area, but I do suspect the bulls are going to come in there, and it's going to be a fairly decent area to buy into. Smallish position with a wideish stop, just because you're anticipating the volatility around it, but that's kind of my level. Okay, so around 3100 is the area that I'm looking for. 31,000, that's what we are looking for. Okay, so that's kind of my play. It's pretty straightforward and simple. Just buy the dips and get your levels drawn in. Bear in mind that when price gets up onto 31,164, don't expect it to just break through. anticipate a pullback, so probably take profit there, wait for the pullback, wait for the next bit of structure, and the next bit of structure will be in that area there. So in other words, you want price to come here, maybe pull back, form a double bottom or a higher low. That would be a fairly decent signal to the top of the channel and back onto this purple zone here. So you sell off at the top of the channel, wait for the pullback, get back here, buy back in here, and then anticipate the break of this channel. Don't anticipate the break from the down here. It does happen occasionally, but it just frustrates you because it's typically what it does. It goes up and then comes back, frustrates you, puts you into a bit of a, not a drawdown, but you start giving away some of your profits, and then you have another situation on hand. Look to the left here as well, and you see how important this purple zone is there. Look there. Okay, so that's just that's my view today. Probably a couple of quick scalps to the upside before settling in for one. Not sure we want to hold it over the weekend, but probably would be a good idea to hold it over the weekend. But if you're going to do that, just make sure it's a very, very small position that you have, that you can handle any big swings, because there might be a pretty big gap down on Monday as well, and then you'd have to wait for an opportunity to buy back in at that on that trade. But anyway, I'm rambling now. That's my play. Quite simple. Wait for the pullback. Looks like the pullback's quite interesting in this area. Otherwise, 3100 is the area to buy into. Anticipate this channel break of sometime, maybe today. I don't think there's much results coming through today, but definitely Tuesday we've got some big ones coming through. Microsoft's coming results on Tuesday. Anyway, that's it for me today. I'll be back on Sunday with a video. Not sure what the content will be. We'll just wait for the polls. So if you haven't voted yet, just to check the polls. I'll put a reminder out just now, and we will catch up with you then. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will catch up with you Sunday. And enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep those stops really tight. Catch up with you later. Cheers for now.